Welcome back to the channel. We continue along with our digital analytics, and on Mondays we go over a marketing analytic. One of the more common questions that I get is how to calculate cost per lead. So if that is something you're struggling with, make sure to listen. And right now I want to talk about the difference. I think probably the biggest misconception on a lot of people, especially when they're using CRM software like HubSpot and Salesforce and things like that, is the cost per lead versus the cost per contact. And for a lot of the CRM software, you get a cost per contact. And that's somebody that either fills out a form or it's a name that you capture at a trade show. It might be a name that you get from a business card. And sometimes you put those into your CRM system. And that is called a contact in most software systems. Then from there, you usually start with your funnel. And a lot of times from the top of the funnel, it looks like you have a contact. And then if you either reach contact with them or qualify them as some kind of sales marketing lead or a marketing qualified lead, that's when they become a lead in your CRM system. Now, one of the reasons that you do want to calculate your cost per lead is that this way you can help compare some of the different marketing campaigns that you are doing. And some of those might be things like pay-per-click. You also might want to compare your Facebook advertising or your digital display advertising and even your email marketing on your cost per click campaigns and kind of compare them against one another and see which one of those is more efficient. So that is why you want to calculate your cost per lead. And it basically measures the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns and allows you to check off which campaign is maybe performing more. And usually you want to try to lower your cost per lead, especially when you're doing some of your pay-per-click marketing initiatives, either changing your keyword bids, or if you're doing some email marketing, maybe optimizing your list, putting them through a list cleanse like lead bounce or something like that. So again, when you're marketing your leads for cost per lead, the calculation on that is actually a pretty basic calculation. You take your cost per lead, which is the cost of generating the lead, divided by the total leads acquired. So for pay-per-click, if you spent $5,000 a month in acquisition cost and you get 5 leads, then your cost per lead would be $1,000 per lead. Now, maybe you got 7 total names, but 2 of those were unqualified right away, or they were not accurate information. You couldn't get a hold of them. So again, you usually want to try to separate your contacts from your leads, because your lead is really your funnel. Once you have established them as a qualified lead, then you can start to market across the different stages of the funnel, whether you're trying to get awareness, interest, capture that desire with a call to action, or maybe do some deeper down call to action campaigns on some of those leads. Now, once you are able to calculate your cost per lead per campaign, then you want to take it to the next level, which is calculating your cost per prospect and your cost per customer. So in the example above, we used the $5,000 to get 5 leads. If that was your total cost for the year and you got 2 prospects out of that, maybe your prospect is identified as somebody you pitched a sales presentation to, then you would be at $2,500 at cost per prospect. If you want to go to cost per customer, maybe for the year you spent $5,000 in cost per click ads, pay-per-click ads, and you got 1 customer, then your acquisition cost per customer would be $1,000, $5,000 divided by 1, $5,000 cost per customer. So that is how you want to kind of cycle through the funnel of your overall cost per lead. Overall, on a daily basis, I'm not calculating my cost per lead. That is usually something I do on a weekly basis. That's how often I calculate. But it is one of those things you do want to compare month over month and year over year when you're looking at your marketing dashboards to see if your acquisition cost on that cost per lead is declining, or if you're trying to optimize it on either some of your email campaigns or some of your marketing search campaigns. That is what you'll try to do. So that's a look at your cost per lead, cost per customer, and cost per prospect. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below as we continue along with digital marketing analytics and how to improve your digital analytics to help improve your business performance.